Good evening and welcome to the July 20th, 2017 Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. All members are present except for Mr. Benson and Mr. Cronin, our two associate members. First thing on the agenda is the minutes. Everybody get a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes.
Any quims, quas, any corrections? No?
Nope.
Everything was okay? Raj, everything? Nothing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Okay, and a second?
Second.
Hearing them second and all, let's, I'll take,
All in favor?
all in favor, thank you.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed? No, okay. Toby, minutes approved, so if you can
Okay,
get Raj to sign it after we're done, that'll be great. We'll get rid of that. Okay, Toby, where is the letter from the, for the building inspector from, oh, here it is, okay, I got it. Okay.
it should be in that middle.
Yep, I got it. Okay, so the building inspector couldn't be here tonight. He is on vacation, but I did speak to him, and he did send us out a letter about 92 North Main Street, and I'll read it into the record. It says, "He cannot be here this meeting. The report for tonight is as follows. Building C is 90% complete. The third floor is finished, the second floor is finished, and the first floor is being painted. Building B, 14 units, kitchens, paint, and finish are done. 14 units, insulation is done. An error in the sprinklers was noted. As it turned out, the wrong paperwork had been submitted, revisions to follow." I did talk to him about that, and the building inspector and the fire chief had gone down and spoke to their engineer, and that was the problem, there was some wrong paperwork, but everything seems to be okay. As soon as they get the right paperwork, everything should be fine with the building inspector and the fire chief. Building A outside is 90% complete, sprinklers and HVAC being done. The site work is progressing, retaining walls are done, rough sidewalks, rough landscaping. He was gonna go there on Wednesday on his way home for insulation inspection. Building B, the top two floors right end. And that'll be it. And then he'll be back next month with another report. Okay, talking about reports, we did get a field report number 32 from Albert Fine, who's the clerk of the works. I don't know if anybody got a chance to look at it. I kind of browsed through it. These now they were not going to VHB, to Wayne Amico. They are now going to him, and I've asked Wayne to kind of review them, and if he sees anything that, he might have a question about, or things that we should know about, to give us a call. We haven't heard anything, so obviously, I'm assuming that everything is going well. Okay, so we got report 32, 33, and 34?
34, yeah.
Okay, so we're up to 34. If anybody ever wants to review any of these, Toby has a file that has all the reports, so if you ever want to go back and review it, we can do that. Okay? Toby and I have gotten together, and we've gotten the list of the towns about a year or so ago when we asked to see if anybody wanted to do 40B training. We sent out letters to 13 different towns. Only one town responded, that was the town of Princeton, so we kind of put that on hold. So we're using that now, that list, to look at the fees, what we charge, what the West Boylston Zoning Board charges for special permits, variances, accessory apartments. We want to get input from these 13 towns that surround us to see what they charge, to see how close we are in proximity to, what they charge and what we charge. I'm thinking that probably we're gonna be maybe a little on the low end. I was thinking that maybe increasing these by about $50. I did reach out to town council. Town council did send us, there was an email that came from her saying that basically what we would have to do is we'd have to hold a public hearing for the fee increases. And once we have that and that's done, then we would vote on it, and then once we vote on it, then we'd have to send it to the Board of Selectmen because they are the appointing authority. So they're the ones that would have to approve it. And I don't think we'd have any problems, getting it approved. I mean, we'll have all the research, you know, from the other towns, and we'll show them that we researched, you know, 13 towns. I mean, it's not just something that we're making up and saying, oh yeah, we want to do this without researching anybody. So we'll do that. So Toby and I are in the process of working on that. Next week, we're going to try to get together and work a little bit more on it. I tried to go online to see if I could find some of them, but some of these towns, they're so difficult to find. I don't know if you guys on the planning board ever had any problems, but I was having problems trying to find like their fees. I mean, I could find their zoning bylaws and everything, but I wasn't finding anything for fees and stuff. And then they're saying, you know, you got to contact the town clerk, you know, in that. So Toby and I will work on that hopefully within the next couple of weeks, okay? The future agenda items, there is a petition for a special permit from Mr. Evangelista. It's for Woodland Street, and it is a single residence that he's going to build, and it's in a business district. And he's looking for a special permit authorized under section 4.2C of the West Boylston zoning bylaw. The property is vacant land. Applicant seeks to construct one single-family house on lot 4 Rev. Okay, so the only thing is that when I was looking through this, and I could be wrong, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see anything from the building inspector. Did you, Toby? When you were looking through this, I didn't see anything through the building inspector. So
No, I didn't either.
because I had mentioned something to the building inspector about it, and he said he didn't see nothing about it. And usually they have to go through him first, and then he sends it on to us. But like I said, I didn't see anything from him, so I'll have to talk to him next week about it. So
You'll
if you
talk
guys-
to him, or do you want me to send him an email, or?
Well, what's your name? Cheryl's on vacation for the next 2
Oh,
weeks.
she is too, so.
So, and he's not gonna be back till Tuesday, so I'll just talk to him on Tuesday. Just review it. If you have any questions, send them to Toby, and then we'll comprise them and, you know, try to. Toby, when will this go out? When will you post this to the newspaper?
The later part of next week, I'm
Okay.
gonna,
Just make sure that the planning board, the conservation commission, and the board of health get a copy of this.
yeah, they
And
all,
that we need,
They'll get it.
we need a response back from them by August 11th, which is a Friday. That way it'll give enough time for the board to review the comments from those boards, and also we can send it to the petitioner for their review. Okay? So we just need to make sure that that's, you know, that that's taken care of. We may have a problem with the planning board because you guys don't meet again in August until after our ZBA meeting. So I don't know, I guess I'll have to talk to Vinnie and see what,
He is not going to hold a special meeting.
okay, well, I'll just see if, you know, if there can be anything done, because I want to make sure, Mr. Olson, we want to make sure that, you know, the people that need to be notified are notified, and that there's some comments. And we don't want to have to postpone it, you know, or push it off another month if we have all the, you know, all the boards that need to be, need to send information to
The
us.
other thing too, just
Go ahead.
quickly, if I can, is, as you mentioned, there doesn't appear to be anything in here from the building inspector.
Right.
Normally there is.
Yes,
So when you speak with him next week, or I don't know whether you might get a chance to speak to the petitioners as well, it might, you know, depending upon what the building inspector says, it might be helpful to have that on the record too.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
You know,
oh, yeah, we're
before-
gonna get,
before we have the
we'll-
hearing.
yeah, we'll get something from him too. So, I'm gonna make sure that we have all our paperwork so that, like, on that Friday before our meeting, which is August 11th, Toby will receive, hopefully receive all that information. She'll send it out to all of us. We'll have a chance to review it. She'll send it out to the petitioner. He'll have a chance to review it if there's any comments or anything, so that when we come to the meeting in August and and the petitioner shows up, we'll have all the information that we need, and hopefully, you know, it'll be something that can, well, the building inspector will be here for that meeting anyways. So if there's any, if you have any questions, or anybody else has any questions on the board, you'll be able to ask, you know, the building inspector, because he'll be here, okay? So that takes care of that, okay? Now, there was a Mrs. Creech, who happens to live at 71 Temple Street. That's the house where the heck is Temple Street? Down this way.
Yep, just-
It's down this way. That house just before, that humongous house that has all that land in front of it, it's that house just before it. She's looking for an accessory apartment, and she did talk to the building inspector, and there was a correction that they had to make. Basically, her mother is moving here from Africa, from what I understand, and the mother's gonna be living with them, so they wanna put an accessory apartment. But it looks like, basically what she's gonna do is she's gonna put an addition on the back of the house attached to...
Again, this is not for us, not for our board.
Why?
They didn't submit.
No, I'm just letting, this is a future item that's gonna come to us.
Oh, okay.
This is a future,
It
I'm
may
just...
come.
Right, this is May,
Oh,
this
okay.
May, and it's, they're gonna put an addition on the house. So
Okay.
just kind of review it, and as soon as we get it, the only question that I had when I saw it was, I saw that that it was septic, and I wanted to make sure, because that would be the Board of Health, but I did talk to the tax office. They have,
septic?
they don't have septic, they have,
Oh,
they're
they
on
have
town
sewer.
sewer.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you look at this sheet, it does say septic
Yeah,
on it,
they have-
okay? So it hasn't, that hasn't
What-
gone through yet.
What do they have septic or they
No,
have sewer?
they don't have septic, they're on town sewer.
They're on sewer?
They're on sewer.
okay.
Okay,
Should have been done years ago.
all right. Did anybody get a chance to review the video that came from the light plant about that flywheel?
I
The,
didn't see it.
Toby, you did send that email out to everybody?
I don't remember that.
No,
Okay, well, if you could send that out to all the board members.
Oh, and I included it with everybody's thing here.
Okay. There's something in here?
It should be in that middle stack of info.
Here's the link.
Oh, here it is, here's the link, the
Yeah.
Dropbox,
The
okay.
link is on.
I couldn't open it, so I'm hoping that the rest of you can open it and look at it. And then, because what I'd like to do is,
Toby, can you forward the emails, please?
What's
So
that?
it's easy to click
Here's
it.
Dropbox.
What's that?
Can you forward that email to the board?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
okay, no problem. Okay, so that takes care of that. And, okay, and the next thing is that the next scheduled ZBA meeting is gonna be August 17th at 2017. Now, I just want to give you guys a heads up on it, okay, so you can think about this. In September, our meeting is scheduled for September 21st. Well, September 21st is a Jewish holiday, so Toby will not be here. So I'm wondering if it's okay with the board, if the 14th or the 28th of September, which one of those would be better? And if you could just let Toby know by the next meeting in August. I know that it's tough for you because you do, you can get notice like that on the same day of the meeting. So if you could just keep that in mind, either the 14th or the 28th, whichever one's gonna be better, and whatever the unanimous decision or, majority is, that's when we'll go.
So for me, it
Okay,
doesn't,
Chuck?
it doesn't matter for me.
Okay, all right, so
14th or 20th?
14th or the 28th,
28th.
yeah.
Whatever you guys decide.
So it's either the second
I
or the
could
last.
probably do either.
Okay, so just think about it, look at your schedules, and then next month, we'll just bring it up again, and we'll make a decision
Yep.
so that we can post it.
I'm more leaning towards 28th,
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
14th.
I don't have any problems with that. Okay, Toby. Let me see, okay. We did send a letter out for Sergeant Gardens, okay, and we're still waiting for that. Oh, we got an email from Kim about ethics we have to do. Myself, Mr. Olson, Raj, and
I'm
Mr.
done.
Whitkus.
I'm done.
You already, okay,
Yes,
all
I'm-
right, because she sent it out. The only one that she had checked off was Mr. Orsiani.
No, after that I did.
Okay,
All I have to
fine.
do is all I have to do is one time for all
Okay.
the boards.
all right.
Yeah, but so I still have to,
Now, this is what I don't understand,
I have to
because
do
you're
it.
the only one that she has checked.
Oh, is that for?
ethics
Every 2
exploration
days,
days.
yeah.
Yeah, but she has you as being checked, so I'm thinking that you already did it.
No, Kim.
She's
Yeah,
not,
she-
she's
I've got it
out.
right here, I'll send it to
She
Kim.
said if it was
Send it, give it to
blank,
Elaine,
I did it this
because
if
Kim's
it's
out.
blank,
She's
then you
giving
have to
it
do it, so if yours is checked, I guess it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I came on later, so maybe that's why.
This.
Maybe
meeting-
when you took it,
Right. How long is it good for 1 year?
Yeah, every 2
I think
years
it's
we
2
need.
years.
Oh, then I would have been all set.
You should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Okay,
checking.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Toby, mail or anything that needs to be signed? I mean, you can probably
Just,
just bring, if you can bring up the minutes,
yeah, let me go
Raj
in the
can sign it.
minutes.
and we'll get that all taken care of.
Wonderful.
While we're waiting for that, does anybody have anything? Any other reports or anything? Raj, anything that you want to tell us about?
No.
FISP, anything?
Oh, FISP, so we had the FISP meeting a couple of days back, and then the important thing on the FISP was the architect selection. There were 5 architects came in. Out of the 5, the subcommittee selected 3 of them. One is the current police station architect,
CBA.
Ayola and Benick.
Yeah.
The next one is Sterling Associates. The last one is called Dates. So they all presented a 15 minutes presentation followed by question and answer. After the interview, after everything is done, the FISP board, when they take the vote on the ditch form came in the last, whereas Kayola, Benick and Sterling, they had equal member support to them, 4 members for this, 4 members for that. So finally, there was a lot of 15-20 minutes of back and forth, why we have to choose Sterling, why we have to choose this, is there somebody who wants to change their mind? Finally, it was time for the motion, and then when the motion was called for, all the members, most of them, it was 6 yes for Kayola Benick and 2 no votes. So, for the senior center, the architect firm is going to be Kayola Benick, which is the same architect firm for the police station. And also we have the Tony, what's his name?
I have no idea. But anyways, Tony's the OPM.
OPM. He's the same OPM for the police station too. So we are moving forward with the police
DeLucio.
station. Tony DeLucio.
Lucio, there you go.
So the architect was selected, and most probably, I think sometime in December, we may get the bid ready documents. So that's the goal. So that's what happened.
And I was at
And
that,
also it was brought to the Board of Selectmen, and they also approved to go ahead with, issue the contract to the Kayola Benick.
So when does the board anticipate going back to the town asking for the money for actual construction?
It's once, it's still preliminary stages, right?
Okay.
So, based on the architect, how fast they are going to, the target is December, right?
Mhm.
Bid ready documents. And then it will go for the bids. How it's, after that.
Okay.
And also there could be a delay,
Yep.
a couple of more weeks, couple of months.
I think what they're shooting for is hopefully doing town meeting, a special town meeting in
Special.
December, and then right after that, doing the special
Okay.
election to get them,
Good.
to get the money. So hopefully, that'll get on track and stuff, but that was the gist of that.
Yeah, we don't know, right? So now if I say something, that's
No.
premature.
No, that's fine. I mean, I was at the meeting, so at both the FISP meeting and, I thought that the thing that really struck me is that out of the 3 architectural firms, the last one, Dietz, didn't even go to the site and do a walkthrough, which I thought was really kind of surprising. How do you, I don't know, maybe it's just my thinking, but if I was, putting in for a job, I would want to walk, the place that I would be working at, just to get an idea of what's there, so. But I will say, what Roger was saying, the two that were strong candidates, they both had good ideas, you know, and they both had, you know, good, strong, commitments. And the one question that was asked of all three of them, and all three of them did say, is that they think that they could save about $500,000, the cost. So, you know, well, I mean, it's not it's not concrete, there's nothing in, you know, in writing, we're not gonna, you know, it's not gonna be something that they have to absolutely hold into, but they feel that after looking at what they saw, that there may be a possibility of saving about $500,000, which, you know, if you're looking at 6.5, and they can save us $500,000, that takes us down to 6, you know, so, you know, so that'll be a good thing, so. Anybody else have anything?
Oh, here's
Oh,
just,
the mail? What do we got, Joe?
It's not a lot.
Anything exciting?
Well, there's the
Okay.
financial,
We got the financial report, okay, that's a good thing, okay.
and then,
what's
well, those
this?
were just some emails that went to you, I don't know if they're, anything you wanted to discuss.
Oh. Okay. Do we want to discuss this?
No. Let's
Because
send
it's
it.
from you,
What's this?
from last month.
No.
Okay.
We don't need
All right.
We're
We
good.
don't need to talk about it, so that's good, okay. Okay, capital, we have any capital requests for fiscal year 19? Do we need anything?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. The only thing that I asked, one thing that I did ask Toby to look into is getting us a, what do they call that, Toby?
An
Slide
easel,
projector.
the easel,
The easel, getting us an
Easel is
easel.
downstairs.
But every time we go down there, it's not there. So we're gonna get one for
Let's get a
the,
second easel for the.
we're gonna
building.
get one and put it in the ZBA office and
There you
it'll
go.
stay there, so that when we need it, because we're gonna need one for next month. So, all right, anything else? Anybody got anything else?
Did anybody go down to Oakdale to see the construction that's going on?
No, but what's gonna happen is next month, Mr. Ali's gonna come before us. We're gonna invite him because, we told him a couple of months ago in August, we would ask him to come here to talk to us about the landscaping that's gonna be done. And he's already said that the abutters would be allowed to come onto the property, and that will be there, all of us, or whoever else wants to come.
So that means I've been illegally going on there.
No,
I just drove on
no,
there,
you can go on there because you're a ZBA member.
yeah.
Okay, and this is a 40B project, which is basically controlled by the ZBA. So you can go up there and look.
Okay, so the only complaint I had was, I don't know what's going on. The front entrance of each apartment
Yeah.
has an air conditioner or some kind of machinery in the alcove, sitting there. And I'm looking at it, what the hell is that? That wasn't on the blueprints or the plans or anything like that.
Okay, Toby, you getting all this
So
down?
I'll have to wait for the building inspector
Okay,
to explain
all
it.
right, so what we'll do is, I'll have Toby on Monday send an email to the building inspector asking that question.
What is going
And
on?
then, well, when she gets an answer, she'll send it out to everybody on the board, okay? Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay, anything from you, Mr. Osana?
No.
No? Mr. Olson?
Okay, motion to adjourn?
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all right, look at 20 minutes and we're done.
You're getting good at this, Mr. Chairman.
Good meeting.
Let's keep them all this way, huh?
Well, are we off the air
So
now?
Vinnie asked me to call.
Not yet.